This recent round of storms taking a toll on the trees. Arborist Larry Caplan is back with some compelling pictures and some advice. It's good to see you.
Thank you. I'm sorry to have to be here to bring in this warning again, but the storms that we had earlier this week did do a lot of damage throughout the tri-state. Even those of us who were not in the direct path of the tornadoes, there's a lot of damage done, and I just want to warn people to be safe. There are so many people who get antsy. They got to get that tree off the yard or off the roof, and this is where we get a lot of people get hurt doing this. I got a couple pictures I wanted to show.
Yes, it's so important, and I do get it. I mean, you want to get that taken care of.
Right. I mean, you want it cleaned up, and I understand that.
Right.
You can't get the roof repaired until the tree is off the roof. But there's some of the things that can happen. First off, unless you're a trained arborist or trained roofer, don't be climbing up on the roof to get the stuff off. You're going to likely slip, fall off the roof. I did that once. It's not fun.
And you're a pro. So,
and
I mean,
I'm a pro, yeah. Other things to watch out for are trees that are in contact with utility lines. The power line is going to be, here's a great example of this.
Wow.
This tree is on the power lines. There is a good chance that if you even just grab that log, you're going to get a shock.
And maybe a deadly shock, too, because we're talking about power lines. This is not your little cord at home.
And even if you think, well, that's a phone line or that's a cable line, you don't know if down the road the power line is touching it because of another tree that fell. Treat every utility line as if it is energized. So don't be messing with it. And again, we do have a number of professional tree trimmers in the area who have had training, who know how to do this. Sometimes they will actually contact CenterPoint and have them disconnect the wires so they can get the trees off the wires and then reconnect them, because they know they don't want to get shocked.
Yeah, even the pros, that can happen too if you don't follow the protocol.
Exactly. Other things that we're looking at besides just limb breakage, so what are we looking at here? Yeah.
Split down the trunk.
Yeah, and believe it or not, this person had asked, is this tree salvageable? And the answer is no. This is a deadly, lethal split. All I can recommend is one pruning cut right at ground level, and then pull the stump out and start over again. And again, a lot of this happens because you have that full canopy and you get, 60, 70, 80 mile an hour winds. All those leaves act like a sail on a sailboat. And the tree is whipping back and forth, and at some point, the wind shear is just too much for the strength of the stem, and it breaks. Nothing really we can do to prevent this. This is what happens in nature. But again, I've seen people who try to tape this up and tie it up, and it just doesn't work.
Just forget it and get the root out of there and okay. We'll be back with Larry and more compelling pictures right after this. Don't go away.